What's good, y'all? It's Pod.cannion, and I'm back with another reaction video. We have another xevi video, and this is how YoungBoy pretended to be a doctor to run a secret drug ring. So, YB just got like a plea type of thing, pleaded guilty, so he only has like 2 years, which he's kind of been serving. So people have been saying he's probably gonna get out in like 2 to 3 months. Bro's pulling up. You're gonna see him in a little bit. But yeah, I'm trying to see what YB did, because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really tap in like that. But oh my gosh. What the hell? It's one of those days, I guess. It's one of those days. Yeah, you caught me making a reaction video. I'm about to shoot a couple of these. That way I have some to post for Christmas and shit.
Yes, sir, bro.
Everything else is on cue for the rest of the month, I feel like, but I ain't do nothing. But this is, I don't know why YoungBoy got locked up, so I'm about to figure that out real quick.
Oh.
Apparently.
Wait, like again? Or
yeah, he from what he's been locked up
for sure.
Type, you know what I'm saying? And this gonna be a little sped up because it's past the 10-minute mark.
Yeah, that nigga boy is jammed up right now, bro. For 2 years too.
Yeah. Apparently, you know how those judges be trying to get off rip, trying to for life. So 2 years ain't even, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a little rough, but you know what I'm saying. He knows he gonna be straight when he come out for sure.
You know that.
So,
you know that.
This is, you know what I'm saying. Everything set in stone. When YoungBoy get out, he get out. So all of these, this is nothing he can get charged for. So I just wanna, you know what I'm saying, see, like he can't get any additional charges for any information unless they like figure something out. So I'm about to figure out why he like got in that situation, and hopefully with all this information that I'm realizing he's already privy to, when he gets out, he's not on that shit no more. Or hey, but you know what I'm saying, like the video, like, subscribe if you new, because all we do is chill up here. Let's get into the video.
YoungBoy was just sentenced to 23 months in prison, which is a pretty good deal for what he did. You need to listen. So a little while back, they caught YoungBoy pretending to be an older woman named Gwen, and at times pretending to be a doctor, all in order to get prescription, stuff. Now, as insane as that might sound, the evidence against him was pretty astonishing. But to understand everything, we need to go back. Now, first of all, for those of you that don't know, YoungBoy Never Broke Again, very, very popular rapper. Now, when I say very, very popular rapper, I mean very, very popular rapper. A lot of people don't know how massive his fan base is. He generates billions and billions of streams. In fact, for years, he's been YouTube's most streamed rapper, ahead of Drake. And he's usually the second or third most streamed artist on YouTube, right behind Taylor Swift. He's also the youngest artist to have 100 songs on the Billboard Hot 100. Now, this is important because you need to see how much money he makes for himself and his record label. That means they don't want that boy in jail. He's going to have the best lawyers. And well, his lawyers prove just that, because before the charges where he's pretending to be a doctor and all that, he has had many other charges, all of them revolving around him having a... Now, the most important ones that lead up to him being sentenced is, first, he allegedly hops out the whip and starts at people. They say, yo, YoungBoy, you finna be locked up for this. Good lawyers, remember? They say, hey, hey, come on, man. Come on. The judge says, oh, you make a pretty good point. Judge says, look, YoungBoy, we're gonna put you on probation. Come on. You can't have one of these things, and you can't hang around certain people that'll get you into trouble. The judge says, cool. The lawyer says, you got it, judge. Ain't that right, YoungBoy? YoungBoy says,
I'm still
why do I stay organized? I've experienced this myself, and it's called chronic impulse control, where you prioritize short-term actions like gaming and social media until it's the end of the workday, and you still haven't gone to end.
The lawyer said, oh yeah, that's right. And well, this brings us to our second case. YoungBoy driving around and people start at him, not his fault. They hit a girl that he's with. He brings out his and starts back, but he's not supposed to have one of these, remember? Now, here's the thing. It's not his fault, though, right? It's looking like self-defense and all that. But the police say, hey, what about the people you was with, though? That's the problem. Because remember, he's not supposed to have one of these, and he's not supposed to hang around certain people. So they said, you was hanging around with those people in that whip. So that's what we're bringing you in for. The lawyer says, come on. Judge says, all right, well, you have another good point. YoungBoy,
that's why you need them good lawyers.
I told you I was going to stop, didn't I? Third case, young boy out shooting a music video. He got a whole bunch of the dudes with him, a whole bunch of the guys. They all got their in young boy's music videos. Post it. Somebody sees what's going on. They say, ain't that young boy? They send a tip to the police. They say, yo, I see some folk doing some very sketchy things. The police drive over. They see young boy. They say, young boy, you're not supposed to be around these things. Young boy goes, oh yeah. They bring young boy back over to the judge. The lawyer looks at young boy, says, you tripping, but let me see what I can do. He looks over at the judge and he says, Judge, come. Judge says, that's not gonna work this time. Lawyer says, okay. Hear me out. What if we send young boy over to Utah? Maybe the surrounding scene of Louisiana, that's where young boy's from, is, making him do these things. How about we send him to Utah? He used to be out there for an outreach program. Let's send him over there. The judge says, all right, we're going to send young boy over to Utah. I don't want to hear about this ever again. He's going to be on house arrest. The lawyer says,
yeah, I had no idea why he was in Utah for. That makes sense now.
Utah, he's not going to do nothing wrong in Utah. Ain't that right, young boy? Young boy says, I'm not going to do nothing wrong in Utah.
All right.
Now, all this is alleged, by the way. I forgot to mention it. He's at Utah. And pharmacies keep getting calls saying, hey, we need to pick up our prescription. From this one doctor, let's call him Craig. Craig just keeps calling in saying, yo, I need prescription for my patients. The pharmacies are getting suspicious because this guy's calling a lot. So they tell him, look, we need you to send over a copy of this prescription you keep talking about, Craig. Craig says, cool, I'm gonna get back to you. They tell him, wait, hold on, Craig. What are your doctor details? Doctors have like special numbers and identification numbers and all that. The pharmacy gets the doctor identification number that he supplied them, and they actually look up the doctor, and it's Craig. And they say, okay, well, he must be legit. They call and say, Craig, you just called to order some prescriptions right now, right? He says, nah, I never called. It must be someone who stole my identity. Now the pharmacy is really sussed out. So they call the police. They say, yo, we've gotten a bunch of strange prescriptions, mainly from this doctor named Craig, from a bunch of older women saying that they need a prescription. So the police tell the pharmacy, okay, look, don't say anything. Call them, telling them you're gonna accept their prescription and tell them to come in and pick it up. Pharmacy says, okay, cool. So the next time they get a call from someone saying, oh, my name is Gwen, I need my prescription. The pharmacy says, sure, come on in. The person on the phone says, my younger granddaughter is gonna come in and pick it up. The pharmacy says, of course, come in and pick it up. The police, meanwhile, is waiting, posted. Somebody comes in young boy's car. It's two women associated with young boy. They walk in to pick up the prescription for Gwen White. I actually need to say the full name because that's important. They walk in to pick up the prescription for Gwen White. The police say, come on, you going to jail. So the police take the two women associated with young boy and they bring them to the station. They take young boy's car and they put it in an impound lot, waiting for someone to call and pick up his car. So they put that trap on the side. They're waiting for somebody to call for the car. Meanwhile, they look at the two women associated with young boy and they say, come on. They say, no, we was just picking up stuff for our grandma. And here's where things start to get wicked. If this story couldn't get any weirder, the police get a phone call from Gwen, basically saying, yo, y'all got my grandkids locked up? They was just picking stuff up for me. The police look at the phone. They say, y'all say your grandma Gwen White was calling, right? The girl said, yeah. The police say, ma'am, what's your name again? She said, my name is Gwen Cox. See, the problem was that young boy allegedly was using so many different names for older women. He was also using doctors' names. He got the names mixed up. He used the name Betsy Cox for like another thing. He's getting the names mixed up, allegedly. So he says Gwen Cox. The police said, you cannot make this up. It was also reported that the person calling them was obviously a younger southern male from Louisiana or Texas pretending to be an older woman from Utah. At one point, the person on the phone says, let me ask you a question. Ask is basically how they say ask in Louisiana, Texas, and some other states. Not Utah. The police sitting there shocked. They say, when's your birthday? The person on the phone gives them their birthday.
Yo, that shit is actually nasty.
So legendary.
Talking to young boy in grandma mode.
He like in his like true form. He not fronting for nobody. He doesn't give a fuck. He's like, hey,
let me ask you a question.
That would be so legendary.
Did you say ask grandma?
Like niggas was on the phone with young boy. Yo, acting them would eat that shit up.
Police said, okay, how old are you?
Oh my god.
Damn, they slipped up trying to do the math and they had the police say, you know what, don't even worry about it. Just give us your address so we can come over and talk to you in person. The person on the phone says, nah, I'm good. And he's like, at this point, the police are like, okay, this has to be young boy, right? Ring, ring, ring. It's the next day. They're trapped with young boy's car, springs up. Young boy calls in and says, yo, I'm trying to pick up my car. but he calls the police. They say, oh, perfect, this is the police. He said, oh, no, I'm trying to call the impound lot to pick up my car. They said, no, don't worry. You could talk to us. He said, okay, let me ask you. They said, oh, Lord. The police say, stop right there. We come into your house with a search warrant. At this point, it's enough to get a search warrant. So they pull up to YoungBoy's house. He says, all right, y'all search what y'all need to search. They search his house and they find prescription bottles with different names. Gwen, Bessie, all the names that was used. YoungBoy said, damn, I didn't think y'all was gonna find that. They said, okay, YoungBoy, come on. You going down to the station. Now remember, he was supposed to be on house arrest for all them other charges. He was supposed to be extra good. And now they find out bro has different names, pretending to be doctors, trying to get prescription, this, that, and the third. Judge said, oh, you wildin'. But YoungBoy's lawyer pulls up. Lawyer says, okay, look, step one, why don't we just put everything together? YoungBoy has all of these charges. Let's just put them all into one trial. Let's just save some time. Everyone agrees. YoungBoy got charges for this. YoungBoy got charges for violating probation. This one thing,
all the charges
with him pretending to be doctors and all that, is already 63 charges on his own. So they said, let's just put all the charges together. Now, it also turns out the feds were in charge of some of YoungBoy's cases. Now, this is a blessing and a curse. Well, it's a curse because the feds always love to get a conviction. But that can also be a blessing as well. Because most of the time, as long as the feds win, they're kind of okay with it. And a lot of times winning can look like a deal. So YoungBoy's lawyer tells the feds, look, we can sit here and fight all of these charges tooth and nail. We can say YoungBoy was just sitting there shooting a music video, then all his friends showed up. They can say anything they want. They can say, him on the phone? No, that wasn't him on the phone. Prove it. They can sit here and they can fight. Or y'all can win. YoungBoy can plead something called no contest, which means I'm not saying I'm guilty, but I know if we go to trial, I'm gonna lose. So I give up. And that usually comes with the feds dropping charges here, reducing charges there. So they amount all of these charges to just 23 months. I told you it's a pretty good deal for what he was in for. And he can get less time for that for good behavior. He also has to pay $25,000 in fines, and he gets 5 years of probation after his sentence. Now, in the end of all of this, the judge actually tells YoungBoy, look, I've seen many talented people struggle with addiction. And the judge tells him that hopefully this helps him out and sets him.
They'll be like,
Many talented people struggle with addiction, and the judge tells him that hopefully this helps him out and sets him
to stay in there though.
Yeah, obviously that's
on the right path. Because
people with talent lose their potential.
People struggle with addiction, and the judge tells him that hopefully this helps him out and sets him on the right path. Because this story may be all fun and games, but if you really think about it, to get these prescriptions, allegedly, he's calling in, pretending to be doctors, other people, just to get these prescriptions. They say it was enough prescriptions for it to be distribution, meaning that YoungBoy may have been selling this stuff, but it's been defaulted to, they believe YoungBoy was acquiring these many prescriptions to further his own. Now, I still say allegedly and all that, because remember, he pleaded no contest, even though he was sentenced. So if he allegedly was doing all this stuff, then hopefully him being sentenced really does help him kick that prescription habit, because prescription stuff can be highly addictive. And he has many.
I'll be like, judges, you guys know how the shit works. You know how the fights and shit works. Like, come on now. This nigga did not book this. Y'all just wanted some shit to keep this nigga here so y'all can find some shit so that y'all could indict this nigga.
Well, of course. Bro, you should know how. Well, you know how these courts and shit be, bro. Like, bro, yeah.
This is why I'm saying this, because I know.
That's why it's like, I think he, bro, because, like, of course they can't find, like, of course, like, just the stuff, like, with this situation where, like, it's like, okay, like, you can have these assumptions about this, you can put the pieces together, but do you have the hardcore evidence to prove it? They do not. But
that's what this good lawyer is like.
See,
so you bitches let this nigga out on bond.
This is the problem, though. This is the problem with Dirk's situation. The people in his camp, he's had
that part.
Yes, that's like the reason why I feel like he's cooked, because if they have 2 or more people testifying a similar story that puts Dirk in a bad light, he can be cooked because they can use those accounts as a solid enough evidence because it's 2 or more people having a similar account that are within his camp, that have been in his thing. Now, apparently, one of the people in OTF had a freaking wire in their chain. That's one.
That is a proven fact.
All they need is one other person for this shit to not look too good. They can have all the good arguments that they want, but if there are people in their camp who have been writing, saying this or that, pretty much throwing Dirk under the bus to help their sentence get lighter.
Oh!
Which is a very true thing. Yes, it's a very true thing.
Which one?
Dirk might be cooked. I don't know. Your decision. Your decision, mate. But yeah, that's pretty much that situation.
My decision, man. No, it's not. It's the group's decision.
Group decision.
I always try to give CJ a chance because he tells me that he's coming over here because I understand.
And then he pulls up when the blunt's done.
I'm like, brother, I tell you, he told me, he's like, okay, close to 4. I said, all right. I said, that give me time to go
close to 4.
do my shit.
Should have pulled up here at 4:30. That's close to 4. Oh shoot. So what we doing? We gonna watch this Dirk video next? What we doing?
Of course.
All right. I'm gonna end this video out. Y'all here. We're kind of lit. We're gonna be more gone next video. So if y'all like the video, like it, subscribe if you new, because all we do is chill over here. With that being said, y'all be great. Y'all be safe. Keep getting to that bag, and I'm gonna catch you on the next video. Peace.
Get that shit, Wayne.